As part of my ongoing series exploring the Dutch alphabet, today we are covering the letters of M, N, and O in Dutch. And I'm going to name a few of my favorite things that begin with those marvelous letters. To kick things off, we begin with the letter M in Dutch. And I might think of Museumplein in Amsterdam, and there you will find a few notable museums, including the Rijksmuseum and the Museum of Works by Van Gogh. You see, that pronunciation is getting better by the day. In addition to Museumplein, you might think of Madurodam, which is worth a visit, I must say. It's outside of The Hague, or in the region of The Hague, and it has scaled down versions, miniature versions, in model form of various notable buildings here in the Netherlands, including the airport. So it's a lot of fun to see, and again, worth a visit. But for me, the M that immediately comes to mind, it's one of my all-time favorite cities here in the Netherlands, and a place that I've gone to repeatedly, and that's Maastricht. And it is a vibrant city, bustling metropolis, you might say, with many different shops and restaurants, and it's just a great place to visit and to spend some time and do some walking and exploring. And the region in that part of southern Netherlands is really marvelous. Very close to the German border, so while you're there you can sort of drop into Germany if you wish. So Maastricht, that's my favorite M. And now for the letter N. And when I think of the letter N, I of course think of Noord-Holland, which is the province in which I live. It is where Haarlem is located, and in fact Haarlem is the capital of Noord-Holland, so that's an obvious N for me. I also think, of course, of the Noordzee, the North Sea, and that is something that I love to see repeatedly in the summertime. I get on my bike and I cycle through the dunes and go to various beaches along the North Sea to explore, such as Bloemendaal or Bergen aan Zee, which is a favorite, and there are others. But I think I have to say for the letter N, because she's just so adorable, and that's Nijntje. Otherwise known as Miffy in English, and it's just a diminutive form of konijn, rabbit, and it's the darling little cartoon rabbit created by Dick Bruna, and she has taken largely the world by storm. Now, I don't think she's particularly well known in the United States. I could be mistaken. I've been away for a long time, but when I was there, it was not something that I was that familiar with, which is certainly their loss, because she's absolutely adorable. I know my friend from London is a huge Nijntje fan, and whenever he's here, he's buying various collectibles relating to that adorable figure. So she's my favorite N, Nijntje. Oh no, it's almost time for this video to end. We're already at the letter O. And I think, of course, of Oranje, orange, the national color of the Netherlands, synonymous with this country. Whenever you go to, say, one of the football games here, the stadium will be a sea of orange. And if you go to celebrate Koningsdag, King's Day, at the end of April, if you go to Amsterdam or Haarlem, or really any other city for that matter, you're going to encounter, again, a sea of orange. People in their orange hats and orange shirts and orange slippers and orange orange everything. So that's a good O, Oranje. But let's see, another one that comes to my mind, of course, is oliebollen. You know, I'm a big fan of oliebollen. Just the smell alone in the wintertime as we get to Christmas and into New Year's, it's intoxicating. You pass those stands and I feel like I inhale a few calories just as I pass, and the smell alone, I think the smell is 90% of it. But oliebollen, really the original donut. Did you know that the Dutch invented the donut, guys? And that's it, the oliebollen. It's a donut without a hole, but who needs a hole? So Anyway, another O, and I think the O that I want to talk about because it's my favorite, is the Openluchtmuseum in Arnhem. And I was there many years ago, and I highly recommend it. It really is a world in and of itself. And if you look around the Openluchtmuseum, the open air museum, you will encounter, well, various buildings from various periods which have either been relocated to that museum or recreated in some fashion. And it really is, I don't know, just a great day out. So I recommend it. And for me, that's my favorite O, Openluchtmuseum. Okay, so that brings us to the end of another episode exploring the Dutch alphabet, 3 letters at a time. We're moving right along. And I want to thank you for watching this video, and I appreciate all of your comments and your engagement, and I hope you will stay tuned and join me for future installments exploring the Dutch alphabet. Tot ziens!